How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm gonna show y'all a video real quick. How you doing, Miss Lady? I'm gonna try to start doing a couple of videos before I work or during work. I'm not sure if y'all familiar, but I do some real estate. What's up, Daryl Long? How you doing, man? Me and you gotta have a conversation one day. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with you. There's so much switching sides and so much crazy stuff going on these YouTube streets. I'm trying to see certain perspectives in your side, and I'm trying to see perspectives from different sides. But as everything still unravels, man, it looked like you looking like you were kind of right about stuff. So I don't know what to say, man. Let me see. I'll drop a link, man, in a few minutes. I just want to show a video real quick and just what I'm trying to do today. All right. So I'm gonna drop a video real quick and kind of like what I'm gonna address, what my speaking point is gonna be today, and which is really essentially addressing feelings matter more than the truth, and how people care more about alliances than they do the actual truth, which creates automatically alliances. Okay, here it goes.
Boom. China.
World.
Where you headed to?
I'm going to get a slice.
You going down the south?
Word.
I gotta make some deliveries and I'll check you back there, right?
The rebound.
Bet. All right. Oh shit! Let me check it out. That's the hype.
Newest, latest. Let me tell you the story of right hand, left hand. It's a tale of good and evil. Hey, it was with this hand that Cain iced his brother. Love. These 5 fingers, they go straight to the soul of man. The right hand, the hand of love. The story of life is this. Static. One hand is always fighting the other hand. And the left hand is kicking much ass. I mean, it looks like the right hand love is finished. But hold on, stop the presses. The right hand's coming back. Yeah, he got the left hand on the ropes now. That's right. Yeah. Ooh, it's a devastating right hand. Haters hurt. He's down. Ooh, left hand. Hey, KO'd by love. If I love you, I love you. But if I hate you,
There it is, love and hate.
I love you, bro.
Bet. Read Raheem, check the leg. Peace.
So that is the primary thing that I wanted to address today, and know what's going on in today's civilization, given things that I've seen since I was a kid and things I continuously see in my real life and on YouTube. It's crazy that I came on YouTube. Somebody introduced me to YouTube, to all these panels, and I came across so many what seemed like good people, that seemed like content creators. And essentially, I always look at the try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, man. I try to, and anybody I meet, I always give somebody the benefit of the doubt. I always look at someone and try to assess what they've been through, what kind of person they are, and ultimately what their agenda is. So what I wanted to address is just the dynamics of not only men and women, but humans today, and the way we treat each other in regardless to love and hate. So to me, love is loving someone for their own survival rather than your survival. So ultimately, what I'm seeing in society, especially given like instant gratification society, the first instant gratification you were supposed to get was from your parents. As a baby, a little child is supposed to meet their mother and father, and ultimately that's supposed to be the greatest connection you're supposed to have, is to another man and to another woman, right? But what happens is, if your parents aren't showing up as adequate human beings, as a strong mother and father, as a strong man and woman, it ultimately affects the kid to where the child ends up working for themselves, which ultimately is going to make a child a narcissist, if we're going to use some kind of label. So what I'm seeing today is that whether it's alcohol, drugs, other people, whether it's the internet, whether it's movies, whether it's shows, anything someone's encountering is some way to use somebody, or to use a substance, or use something to benefit themselves. And it comes from a place of a low frequency and insecurities, where people don't feel like they're worth anything, but because they're prideful, they put on the image as if they are secure, and they do believe they're a great person. So I'm sure, lady, you've been noticing, to every panels I've been going through, everybody switches alliances, everybody switches sides. One day you're a good person, the next day you are a corrupt person, the next day you friends with this person, the next day you don't talk to this person, and nobody ultimately ever addresses the truth. Everybody's in their feelings. So then I started thinking, I carried it over to my real life, and just thinking about how I've been since I was a little kid. And I had the privilege of having a family, and I had the privilege of having a mother and father. And essentially, maybe if I didn't have that, I can't even do this topic. But what I'm seeing is that when we discuss these topics, everybody just wants to be heard. Everybody just wants to be able to say something. Everybody comes on here to vent, but nobody comes here to actually address the root of our issues. And it's not self-development, but even knowing how to create relationships with other people. Everybody keeps talking about self-love and putting yourself first, but it becomes a self it becomes a you become a narcissist that ends up trauma bonding with people. So instead of helping people to enrich their lives and empower people's lives and developing healthy friendships, healthy relationships with everybody around you, whether it's with a woman or with a man, depending on who you dating, everybody's just coming together to hurt each other. And it's like everybody puts on this pretend mask until that ultimate, blow they take to hurt you or to use you. And I've seen so many things even on here to where you supporting people, and then you get to watch the people that support you or support these other people just turn on somebody for their own benefit or for clout, for whatever reason it is. And when it comes, and especially when people are talking about accountability and when people are talking about responsibility to how we treat each other, no one's staying true to that. Well, I'll say a few people are staying true to that, but the majority of people are not staying true to that. So this was the topic I wanted to address today. And it's messing me up when I'm looking at the way the society's unraveling, because that instant gratification was supposed to mold you to create relationships with your family first, your parents first, and then other people were supposed to be replaced. Whether you meet other friends that become male friends or female or a female partner or a male partner, you were supposed to learn how to create relationships with the idea of what that instant gratification is. So ultimately, when you meet someone and someone's smiling and it feels like they're enriching you, that's what should ultimately a relationship should be. But a lot of people are masking themselves when they meet people. So I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on in this world. That instant gratification has carried over to like products. It's carried over to us being on the internet. It's carried over to us being overstimulated with so many different things. Where there's it could be the Starbucks, it could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be constantly being on Facebook, on your computer. Can't let go of this phone and the direction people are going. Because I'm in real estate, and a lot of things that's happening in real estate is that the government or society is converting to multi-family, meaning they're building structures, they're building apartment complexes and going away from single families because they want people they want to be able to build one property and build it up so that you can get more money and put more people in the space rather than just having one house and get less money. But what's happening is they're building shopping marts in the center of everything. They're building an apartment complex around it. And then as long as you have your internet, you have these shopping marts, you have your AC, you have your Uber Eats, because most people can't cook anymore, everybody's happy. Everybody's content. Or it's pretend content. I know I heard someone talking the other day, and I think it was yesterday, of the agenda that in the next 20, 30 years, the government is going to have people being happy with having absolutely nothing. And so when you do assess what's happening, men were essentially supposed to go to work to take care of the woman, who was essentially our higher purpose and our reason to live. Sorry about that. Men were supposed to protect women and support women because women are essentially our purpose to live. They are driving force, they are inspiration, they are motivation, and they're caretakers of society. But now you have a government that motivates women to want to be men, to do the same thing men are doing, and to ultimately refer to what men were doing as freedom. I have never met no free man in my life or generationally. Men went to work and gathered resources to invest it into women and children. So as women are maneuvering in society, ultimately being able to do everything or being anything but a woman, calling it as freedom, they're deviating away from their purpose to the family, which is also replacing men in the workforce. So men are starting to not want it. They're starting to not be motivated. The testosterone levels of men are going down. 1 in 3 men are not having sex or had sex in the last year, and they have no purpose within themselves. Regardless of what everybody's talking about, regardless of this so-called gender war, everybody loses, but it's motivating men not to work. And I'm sure all of y'all are seeing this surplus of people, of companies trying to hire people because nobody wants to work, but women, because we've taught women that they don't need men and that doing what men were doing is freedom. And everywhere I go, I mean, right now, I've seen nothing but women out here working. So it's motivating men not to work or show up to work. But essentially, women also don't, when they get to them 30, 40 years old, women don't want to work. They've been fooled. So their innate nature comes. And a lot of women who haven't had kids, a lot of women who are career driven have spent their whole life not focused on a man and building a family. And they get to the age where they can no longer even have a family. Once you get to that 35, 40-year-old age, ultimately it's too late to have a family. You know, you could put your body at risk of having a baby at that age, supposedly, which I disagree. If you eat right, that's a whole nother story. But majority of society and the women of that society are no longer wanting to have kids and families. So that now with that implementation of what's going on, you see automation coming on, and you see another instant gratification coming on, which is deviating away from having a family, which is the mother and father, which was the first instant gratification. And if any of y'all, I don't know if is anybody still in the chat, lady, you still here? You need to start coming up on these live too, so we can discuss it. You know, given where you come, you know, your idea of what's going on and what you see as well too. I never see you on the panels, or I don't know if you're comfortable with being on the panels, but we've gone so far into society. I'm telling y'all, in the next 20, 30 years, the automation is going to take a hold of everything, and people are going to sit in one spot on the internet, on their phone, have AC, be able to order food because they don't know how to cook, and sit in one spot, and everything's going to come to them automation wise. And I don't know if y'all familiar with these drones are starting to deliver, whether it's drones on the ground or whether it's drones in the air. We're getting to a place where they've taught us to stop loving each other. And ultimately, I mean, I wish I had my quote. I had a quote. I forgot what the guy's name was, but the way to conquer a people is to make them stop loving each other. And ultimately, that's where we are. But the main concept, you know, and of the idea I want to present today was that you're either going to love people or you're going to hate people. And it's not even in the reference of in reference to how people usually look at it. And what I'm saying is that I'm either going to love you to enrich you or empower your life, or I'm going to use you, which is hate. And we know it's hate because when someone can't use you, if you tell someone no, if you go in another direction because of how they treating you, and if you tell them the truth, they automatically turn on you. And which a lot of people are doing right now in life as well too. If you tell someone the truth, if you hold them accountable, if you try to tell them anything that can improve their lifestyle, they turn on you. Hold on, I'm sorry about that. I don't know if something happened to the video, but they turn on you. So, you know, this video was mainly to address, and I'm just going to keep making videos to address what direction you're going in your life, whether it's to love somebody or move in the same direction a lot of people are doing, which I see as hate, because I don't see a lot of people being genuine in regards to their truth. And I'm sure, lady, if you're still watching, we both got to see a whole lot of things that's been happening on these panels, and I'm sure you see it in your life as well too. But this is one of my few videos. I'm gonna try to come back later on because I gotta work, but I want to start, you know, doing a couple of videos maybe every day or as much as I can. I also do videos on real estate. But I want you to question, if you watch this video, I'm gonna try to make them short and sweet if I have time as well, just to question your life. Are you genuinely moving in truth? Are you genuinely moving to empower people's lives? Are you genuinely moving to help people? Or are you using people? Are they not serving you? Are they not doing something that's in your selfish best interest? It's not in regardless to what a man's supposed to do, what a woman's supposed to do, and ultimately us coming together and building families. What are you doing? You know, and if someone does tell you the truth, do you attack their character? Do you get upset at somebody? Do you turn your back on them? Do you turn your back on your family? Do you turn your back on your friends? Do you turn your back on ultimately doing what you're supposed to do in society is to help people? You know, or do you listen to what they say? If you did something wrong, if you hurt someone, if you harm someone, just apologize and make it right. Because what I see, I don't want to be the type of person, if there's an error, where I turn on people. There's a lot of things. I mean, I'm sure if there, I see you still watching. when someone does something wrong or someone makes a error, whether it's how they've been conditioned or just a mistake, people turn on people. But if you really love them, respect and value people, how do you turn on somebody versus being able to have a discussion and help someone through their problems? So that's the main thing I want to focus on today. Hopefully I get to do another one because I got to get back to work. But I love y'all. I wish y'all all peace and much respect. Hopefully I'll start having little panels on here as well too. I wanted this video to go longer, but I'm missing a lot of calls. But much respect to y'all, and I look forward to a lot of y'all coming around. Yeah, for sure. I'll drop the link next time. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe I got a little. Let me see real quick. We can have a little discussion real quick. I think I got about 5-10 minutes there. Hold on. Let's see. Did that link pop up? What's going on, family?
What's going on, my brother Ali? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just before I'm supposed to start work. I was supposed to start work an hour earlier, but the person rescheduled. But I'm just gonna start making content, man. It's just a big circus on this YouTube, and I'm seeing so many different people either backstabbing or switching sides or pretending like they'll call you out, but they won't call other people out. And it's just enough to me, everybody pandering and stuff. And I'm not gonna say I don't know your whole story. I know the first time I ever came on here, I saw you going. The first time I ever saw you, I saw you going back and forth with no, second time. First time you was cool. Second time I saw you going back and forth with E Black.
Yep.
And I thought you went like too far, but I don't know your whole story. I would have never went that far. Like when you started talking about his wife, I don't know if you felt like that was the right thing to do. That seemed like that was foul to me. And I'm not sure. I'm not saying he wasn't foul either, but if we're gonna move a certain way as people, I feel like you have to know how to stop and catch yourself. Just like I feel like you caught yourself. I think the last week, I think you've been reflecting on some things and seeing on whatever was going on, how things were unraveling and how people get. I can understand your frustration too, because it's not right. If two people are going through a situation and it always seemed like the same way, where someone takes the other person's side immediately and goes against the other person, knowing that both people might essentially been doing the same thing, something's wrong with that picture. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how you were like automatically became a target. You know what I'm saying?
Ali, I don't know how much time you got, but I would definitely let us speak to you about all of that situation, right? So when I first came into YouTube, my channel was about the stuff that I do in real life, which, shout out to Anton Daniels. When I was on his show recently, he said, Daryl speaks to our Senator Gary Peters. He actually speaks to legislators for Black people. So that's what I do in real life. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
When it came to E Black, I would address that very, very, very shortly. I was on a show called Conversations with King, and I can post the link right now in the chat. If you go to Conversations with King, his first video is me apologizing to E Black because he was a married man, still is married, a married Christian, who was saying that Amber Rose looked better than his wife. If you go to his channel now, he got a picture of Amber Rose wearing an Amber Rose t-shirt and everything. That was all because of me. So I said,
okay, so you were helping him out.
in a way, I guess, right? But what I was trying to say was, for you grown 40-plus-year-old men to be speaking to young men about marriage, why don't we ever see your wife? And I said, Anton and other men in this space, whether it's Anton or Trill from Cruise Season, they would never, as a Christian, promote Amber Rose, who promotes slut walking, who promotes everything against marriage and Christianity, right? And on top of that, and shout out to Auntie J, that's my homie. If Amber Rose looked like Auntie J, niggas wouldn't even be promoting her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing with him. Me and him did a show together. Me, him, King Hormiku, and Chef Shapino. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And me and Chef even cool now, right? It was one day where we had an Asian woman on, and E Black said that she tasted like soy sauce, which is obviously fucking racist. I asked him to apology. I still get a text message in my iMac right here. No cap. He sent me a video back that said, my apology. I clicked on it, and it's my fucking family. My daughter, who at the time wasn't even 2 years old, right? So once he started, even now, you can go on his channel's videos with my daughter in there and all. So I say, you know what, fuck it. Let me go ahead and go at you. But that's not even why I came to talk to you. Fuck E Black. That nigga's inconsequential.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. In learning from each other, there's issues I'm going with ain't even an issue. There's certain encounters that I had with other people that's in this circle, right? When do we be able to? And everybody even names you bringing up are saying that people should be the bigger man and let things go and the hash things. Everybody's not doing that. So, and people are being selective about who they doing it. So with you, they might go at your neck, but with the next person, they might go, you know what? Let's squash that. Let's forget that. Let's be cool. So the main thing I'm trying to address on here, I don't want to talk about nobody. I know you passed that too, and it can seem like that, but I know that's not what your intent was. If anybody was watching, I don't know who watching, but we just getting a little, essentially what little things that was going on in your life. But my main thing, man, is to have a channel that's allowing people to come here and have like a tribal connection to where we trying to do good and improve society and go to the next steps. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be coming on here bad mouthing nobody, disrespecting nobody, and I want to be able to build with people. And if there's things people are doing in their life and they trying to correct, they can come over here to this page. I won't allow nobody to disrespect nobody. I won't allow nobody to, defame anybody. This is a place where I want to be able to share how to empower and enrich each other's lives in real time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's why I mess with you, because like I said, I was watching those shows with people who never met me. Right? Because that's one thing that they said about me, and to respect your channel, I'm not gonna say shorty name. But at first the narrative was, Daryl Long is stalking, never met this girl, never saw this girl day in his life, only for her to come back on Bro's show. And I downloaded it and said, when he asked her, tell me about the marriage license. Tell me, and he asked her, did Daryl Long have reason to believe he was in a relationship? Yes or no? Yes. Well, why don't everybody else know that? Why everybody? How am I stalking you if I have reason to believe I'm in a relationship? Right? So like I was trying to tell him, when that stuff happened between me and Bro, that only happened to cause division, and it did.
So this is what I'm asking you. Once you saw how the man was moving and how ultimately she may be moving, what made you just let it go? What made you not just let it go? Just be like, you know what? I'm done with this, and I'm done with this. What made you just not just let it go? What made you not just let it go? Because I'm going through certain things in my life too. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm asking you from a place of brotherhood. I'm not asking from a place to be condescending or look down on you, because essentially what this world has gonna have to be is brothers and sisters helping each other out, regardless of what you did. You know what? Just like with Jay Prince, people are clowning Jay Prince for supporting a brother while he's doing something wrong, which ultimately may be other things going there, but we don't get to the root issues of what's going on with people. So if you really love somebody, you really respect people, what makes you jump ship and automatically want to go at the person versus really getting to the root of what's going on? Because essentially, if the circle really cared about both of y'all, they would have brought both of y'all on a panel together and talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? That's the truth. Not take a side and go, Daryl Long is this or Lucky is this or that, because I don't have nothing bad against Lucky. I don't have I never had no bad experiences for both of y'all. So if you had asked me to do something, I would still respect you. If she asked me to do something, I still respect her. But if I really cared about both of y'all, I would have essentially hoped y'all, I don't know if y'all did talk about it, but I wouldn't have let it get that far to where I picked a side and fueled something against both of y'all. That's the problem that I have in these circles, to where
The thing
you're
is, bro,
friends and then you're not friends the next day.
the thing is like this. Me and Lucky are both moderators in Cruise Season and other places that we have no issues. You know, want to know why? 2 reasons. I don't disrespect her, but even more, those other channels, right? Those other channels don't bring up the goofy shit that you will never hear Trill talking about me and Lucky relationship. And he been around since
Which
the
they
beginning of
shouldn't.
that
Which
motherfucker.
nobody should have mentioned you or her ever.
And that's what happened though, Alisa. I would let it go, right? On my last channel before it was taken down, I had 1.6 million views. I ain't do no diss videos about nobody.
Right.
Right? That's a fact.
Right.
And I can post my stats now.
Right.
But I told Lucky last time me and her talked behind closed doors. I said, Shorty, you know I fuck with you. You know I know your whole fan. I know everything about you. Where your tattoos at, which part of your bone hurt, everything there is to know. Right? But why you keep allowing people, whether it's world class, whether it's podcast, to come up and talk shit? That's what happened on Fight Club that night. I didn't know that he was there to come up. I didn't know he had already talked to Brittany, but when they did that, I literally said, Aaron, please do not allow this to continue. This is going to get bad. This channel, not the channel, but this stream will be demonetized. Right? That's why I literally kept saying over and over, but they allowed it to happen. You a stalking ass nigga. So now I got to prove the truth. Only for him to come back to her channel, to his channel with her there, and her to admit everything that I had said. And that's the problem that I have. Once you know the truth, act on that shit the same way you did on those presumptions and those narratives. Because for me, Ali, the reason why I responded so, out of kind is because I have my daughter here, bro. Those people called the CPS on me, bro. I can turn my camera on right now and show you that. I had to deal with CPS from June to basically to August. You know what I'm saying? Where Lucky was saying, oh, this nigga Daryl tried to kill his daughter. They had wrote a statement saying my daughter was kept in a cage. Right? So I was fighting real stuff offline. When I came to podcast, I believe you was there. I said, bro, we don't have no. I just had a wrench in your channel yesterday, only for somebody in the background, because he loves him also, and we shouldn't be having background conversations, but you had a background conversation and impacted something in real life online. And then you was even wrong about that. You was wrong about that. You was wrong about me stalking her. The only reason why you don't want to basically hold her accountable the same way you held Auntie J or somebody else or Lexi accountable is because she's attractive and you want her to come on your program because sex sells. It's just that simple. The reason why
I'm not denying that.
Anton dragged bro 2 nights ago and Fatty kept bringing it up, right? But he didn't want to address Anton because that's where all your fucking fan base come from. And so that's why I don't like, and I saw you saying that. Why are we holding one person accountable but not holding the other people accountable?
I really, that's what everybody keeps switching sides and picking sides. There's no, at the end of the day, to just sum it up, there's no way where 2 people came into counter with each other and people didn't see both sides and dissect both sides and automatically pick to a side, especially when you just became an easy target. Now, I won't deny, like every time something was happening, they kept saying it. Someone kept bringing your name up. Everywhere I was going, your name was brought up in it. Something was happening, so it looked like you was being messy. It looked like you was doing something. I never seen you do any of that, any of those things. But I don't like how when you go to other people's channel, though, people are picking who's messy, and people are picking who's holding somebody accountable. That's my problem. So I'm going to do more so things on my on this platform, where we ain't talking about nobody, we ain't disrespecting nobody. Everybody comes here, unless we do something where you bridging the gap. If 2 people want to dissect something and process something, and they need a neutral space where nobody's picking a side and people trying to work out something, that'd be a whole different thing. But I did appreciate just watching the way things are handled, where one person say respect this person, but then on the same breath go disrespect this other person. I don't know the full story, so I can't pick sides, but I do know that I would respect both of you enough to not pick a side and to hope everything gets resolved in y'all, in regardless of what's going on with y'all. I really hope whatever's going on is resolved. But you're free to come to my space. I don't have nothing against you. as long as, you know, nobody's throwing shots at nobody, you know, because I don't know what, I would already catch things on the back end. Like when Podcast said you got his YouTube demonetized, and then he said you had made a video about him and stuff. That's the stuff I got, you know, I caught up. But I did acknowledge the fact that it didn't seem like he went off what was said to you through a Instagram, which I do acknowledge as well too. That was weird too. I'm not gonna be denied that, you know, where it looked like you following. It did look like that because you're saying that's my whatchamacallit, that's my BITCH or whatever. Instead
Right.
of, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how everybody got in your business
That
like
was
that.
the marriage license. That was the marriage application that Lucky and I had created. And I only sent that to him again. Had he never spoke on that, I would never send that to him.
But how did everybody get in y'all business like that? What made you send him that?
So that's what I'm about to tell you. So me and him had no issues at all, right? He was the one that was sent a message by her, right? As a matter of fact, let me go back a little bit before that. Before that, I would come to his channel when me and her was still not talking, and then people would tell him about it. Oh, you know, yada yada yada. And then me and him got cool, right? You can go on her channel.
Yeah, I thought I thought you had a wrench. Y'all was cool. I don't even know what happened. You was you was coming to his
I'm about to tell you the God honest truth. After me and her got back cool, he had cussed her out one day. I defended her to a certain degree. Okay. She hit me up that day. Thank you for defending me. You was the last person I thought that was going to defend me. I said, look, I call her by her real name. So I never call her Luckiest. So okay. I said, you know, E, me and you cool, E. You know this. You absolutely know this. I have no problem with you. After that, me and her started doing shows, podcasts pop up. I got Lucky and Daryl back cool, whatever. But I told him, I said, bro, what happened, now to get to your question, Ali, is after she was hitting me up, sending me messages, you know, stuff about, you know, I wish we would have worked out. I'm getting sad emojis and stuff like that, right? I can't do this with you, Lucky. I can't. Me and you we've been through this already. We've been through this in love, relationship, planning our life. It didn't work out. Let's just be cool.
Well, why is she telling everybody y'all never met?
We never met.
But how y'all in a relationship?
So let me explain that to you.
And how long were y'all in a relationship?
Let me explain it to you.
That's why I be sounding like. Go ahead. I just let you go ahead.
I met Lucky because she used to be Anton Daniel's apprentice. Okay. Right. So when she discovered, in her opinion, that he wasn't who he said he was at the time, right? Me and him, we had our own tension, right? And she, along with Courtney Michelle, would give me information to use against them, right? This is a video, I got proof of this by a live stream that she did that I still have with her and Courtney Michelle and TJ Randolph, where she admit this. After a while, everybody in this space that you know right now, Ali, they ostracized her. They made a fake porn site, said that she was a 304 and all the rest of this. You know, Black Men Unfiltered, World Class, all the rest of these niggas, you know where them niggas was at? Not to be fucking found. You know who numbers she was calling every day to defend her? Me. Dang. And as far as the relationship goes, people got to remember, this was in the middle of COVID. My baby wasn't even 1 year old when I met E or Lucky, right? So like I told her, I'm not about to be moving unless I have a real good reason to. My baby not even one. Right. And this is what she said on podcast show. I don't want to play it now because, you know, I don't know if y'all cool or not. But like she said, we was talking about marriage because she didn't do relationships. And she said, you know what, if you're gonna mess with me, let's get married. I said, you know what? I'll accept that because I'm so handsome. I can go get some box in Michigan. I live in East Lansing. But I want a wife. Your daughter doesn't have a man in her life every day. Her father is gone. My daughter, mother at the time, was in a schizophrenic hospital. Right. You know, dealing with her mental illnesses. So months went by. Me and Lucky talking all day on the phone. I'm talking to her mom, talking to her nephew. They sending me applications for jobs out there. They sending me apartments. One day I gave Lucky my social security number. I was an authorized user on her credit card so we can get a home, right? Build our credit up. We had did all of these different things before I even was even trying to hit no box. I even told her in the message that I posted before. I said, I don't care about no box. I want a real partner that I can trust. It wasn't until certain stuff got out and people would call me. One of my friends named Kim called me and said, I just got the phone with TJ Randolph, who is a Delta. Kim is also a Delta, right? They trying to set you up. Do not go to Vegas and move with Lucky. I didn't believe her. I said, Kim, get Lucky on the phone. I'm gonna mute myself and talk about this situation. And I was heartbroken to learn the truth that I was being set up, that it was a narrative that I was obsessed and I would come harm this person. So then again, I said, I can't do this. The moment I start cutting it off, all the rumors started. Then she did a show called Love Bombing, where she said, well, we was never in a relationship. We never did nothing. I said, dog, that's crazy. And everybody who actually knew us, for example, Courtney Michelle, she went on the show the very next day. Oh yeah, I won't be surprised if they back together and talking right now. And she said that because she understood more than somebody like Podcaster or the rest of these niggas. Because me and her and Courtney had talked before plenty of times. As a matter of fact, the relationship wasn't based on kissing or physical, bro. It was all emotion.
Yeah, it was. I mean, obviously,
it was heavily emotional. See, you know what I'm saying? And,
that's what I'm
and
saying.
people say that I was trying to leak her news. I never said I was going to leak her news. What I said was, while y'all saying I wasn't getting no box, it wasn't because I didn't have access to it. This person was begging me to come to Vegas and smash.
Right.
And I say begging me. But like I told her, my daughter mean everything to me. If I'm gonna come out there and our daughter's gonna grow up together, I used to call our daughter Salt and Pepper because my daughter is dark skin and her daughter
let me ask you this: what made y'all not be able to reconcile and have peace? Like what now, right now, to this day, keeps y'all from reconciling and just being at peace with each other?
I believe that,
and I mean, it don't even mean y'all gotta, connect back like that. I mean, just move like. So me, I'm going through certain things, and I was going through similar things. You were going to back and forth, dealing with certain things and people saying things and getting heated about things. But in the last year, man, I realized, man, if somebody's moving one way and I'm moving another way, I can't make them move that way. And all I can do is accept them for who they are, And if someone's putting dirt on my name, I ain't gonna put dirt on their name, And I think people recognize, I think at the time when you weren't saying nothing, it made you look almost in a certain place where you were just trying to be a genuine person that's not saying stuff, and then things got messy, because I guess other people started including themselves in it and started saying things. But moving forward, if I was you, which I think you're doing anyway, man. I would accept where you at in life and accept the people that's in your tribe. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing now too. Whoever connect to my tribe, that's what I'm building with. And if old girl can't come around the stages to knowing how a woman's supposed to maneuver, and if she puts dirt on my name, and if anybody believes that, then I already know how they were looking at me. I don't do that to people. I give everybody
I'm always quiet on it, right? What happened to us, and this is something that me and her always argue about. I said, look, well, this is like specifically what started. You was there that day. You, Sean Tony, we was on podcast channel World Class. He started talking about Latin and shit. And basically, me and Sean Antonio say, man, we ain't really trying to hear that. His response to that was, a woman exposed you online. So I said, you know what? Do you really want to go there? Do you want to know the truth about what happened? Because that same woman don't even fuck with you.
Right. Well, that's why I ain't saying that. I never said nothing on your name. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't do that. I don't throw shots on people. Even though people made videos about me and you, I never threw shots at nobody. So all I said was everybody need to hold themselves accountable, and people are picking sides instead of letting things work themselves out the way they're supposed to, and just everybody be honest about the situation. Because ultimately, every time people get in a situation, everybody go, okay, it's none of somebody's business. They should just scratch it off. Then everybody should have let y'all handle whether y'all messy or not, they should let y'all handle. If y'all never met before, what kind of danger could anybody be in anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like
it was
thing
all
too.
lies, bro, because like you want to know it now, but my channel was better than all their channels combined. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being frankly honest. I can show you stats of me doing 48,000 every or 50,000 every 2 days. That's a fact, right?
But that's what I'm
And
saying. You don't want to be doing. See, when you say, like, if I say something like that, even if you being honest about what it is, someone to take that and go, oh, he think he better than us. He's bragging about what you get what I'm saying? You
but
seem
see,
like you got a nature that you
that's
want to
people's
be a certain.
problem is people want to tell lies on people for a narrative. But I have a saying: every time you lie on me, I'm gonna tell the truth about you.
Mhm.
That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell the truth about you. And the reason why Lucky not, you see, she hasn't started this war with me because she already know how it's going to end.
That's what I'm saying though. Y'all, it
And
don't
that's
seem
why
like y'all was it don't seem like it was y'all two doing anything.
it's never us, bro. That's why I told her, I said, look, why can't you keep your people quiet? Because
Right,
once I
right, right.
respond to them, right, like what
Mhm.
happened on Fight Club, I begged Aaron not to let that happen. He allowed it to happen. I said, you know what, Aaron, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
The same thing with E
Who,
Black that night. If
who
you
was
was
that
watching
that
with E
said
Black,
something that day? Who was that you were going back and forth with that night?
that was podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's
And they
right.
ended up
Yep.
deleting the video because
Right,
I ended up telling the truth.
right.
Right? Podcast, you want to talk about me stalking, you got 4 domestics. I've never been charged with anything in this, and if I did, then why, if I'm lying, give me for defamation. I give you permission to use my shit in court. If I'm stalking, get me for that. But y'all can't because I'm not.
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, look,
And that's the only reason why I addressed it.
I haven't thrown no shot at podcasts. Me and him had certain things about where I feel like he wasn't accountable. I ain't throw no shot at world class. Me and him have something where he wasn't being accountable. I feel like if we all real brothers, nobody should be throwing shots. And that's what I'm telling you too. Not saying you throwing shots right now, but there has to come to a place where when something happens, you have to dismiss yourself from them people. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you say you built your own channel and you were doing certain things, even though I hear every time you go start a channel, people keep saying they're gonna come for your channel and try to demonetize it or ruin it. So I'm gonna be honest about that.
No,
So
that's the only way that they can come at me, because you had the world classes of the world, and I don't sneak this. If I have something about somebody, we men. But it's a few things I want to address that you said. You know, the people like world class. I'm from Baltimore. I would fuck Ali and Daryl up. They never gonna pull up on me. Never in a million years. My address I done sent to Angry Man. Lucky got it. They all got it. They never gonna pull up because they people can talk all this
right,
goofy
but what
shit.
I'm asking you is why okay, world class says certain things. I'm not even going there.
Whole
I
channel
already
irrelevant.
know they don't know me. They don't know who I am, right? I don't even go there. Not only I don't go there because I want to go there. It's if I'm genuinely about that, if I'm genuinely about my community and people coming together, and then we all it's crazy to me that we on these panels and people are throwing shots, picking sides, and not rocking in genuine accord. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If they do that, once you look, there's a quote. It says a wise man says when I told me don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who. That's why I told you I would like to talk to you because I don't know what I associate myself with people in my tribe with people who are genuine and tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? And
Let me
I
ask you
always
something,
keep
Ali.
out.
When you
Go
see
ahead.
me in spaces like Fight Club, do you see anybody dissing me?
No, that's what I said. Well, no, for a period because of what was going on between y'all, a lot of people was throwing shots at you. I did see that. A
Right.
lot of people was throwing shots at you. Then there was girls that was throwing shots at you because there was men and women was supporting Lucky. And I'm being honest to you. That's why I say I understand how sometimes you back up certain things. No one came to your defense like that. Ain't nobody was making videos about Daryl Long. That's why I'm saying, like, when you moving with people genuinely, everybody ain't your friend. Everybody
I'm,
ain't really cool with you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Most people in this spaces, they're not genuine.
That's
They
what I'm
have
saying.
come to choose a side, and it's usually a side that they believe either is the winning side or is the most popular.
Yeah,
And,
that's what I'm
and let me
saying.
say this too: everybody was supporting Shorty until she said what she said, because they were supporting Shorty, believing that I was moving in a way because we was never in a relationship, we never did nothing. And then they found out that she was doing it, and not everybody being fucking closed mouth about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I never talked to this man, but I got your phone number and naked pictures from you in my fucking phone, and that's why I don't lie on me. Don't ever do that. Because when
Right.
you do that, I'm going to come and address all truth. Like with E Black that day, you know, people try to say, well, why is he even allowed in this space? Because I've been in this space for about 3 years now, and everybody who know me, like Anton said, Daryl is talking to Senator Gary Peters, but they never gonna talk about that.
Mhm.
They
Right,
never gonna talk about
but what I'm
how.
telling you, okay, like everything I say, everybody already know anyway. Like I'm not going back to podcast's page or platform until he is honest about what happened, which he may never be honest about. But I still got no
Yeah,
beef with him.
I see him grilling you and Fatty the other night. I don't know
Yeah,
what that
that's
was
okay.
about.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. If I respect and love the man, and like you, if I love you, respect you as a brother, I'm not gonna go at you. If you going at me, it reveal your character. And which like he was like he said stuff like about money, like he um oh you can't buy me. I'm not even like that. I ain't trying to buy nobody. That's not even how I move. Everything when I came, someone sent me a link. The first person I even connected to because I thought they was holding people accountable, trying to be a genuine person, was podcast. So I think somebody sent me something from a Lapeef network. He was on there, and then everybody threw everybody to his network, and I went on his network, and I was rocking with him. I told him the same thing too. And then I saw certain things I thought he was doing, but then when it came to stuff that was happening on his page that I didn't rock with, and not saying I didn't rock with a person, because honest to God, I didn't have no problems with World Class. And the initial thing, I like everybody. So meeting the dude, I liked him. I like everybody
I don't think you had no
until
problems with World Class, Lexi, or nobody.
I still don't got no problems with him. Even if people take shots, that's not my direction. As long as you physically ain't touching me and threatening my family, like you really in the vicinity of me, that's not how I move. I really move in regardless to caring about people. Like I don't move. I already know what I can do to somebody. I already know what I can do to people. There's no reason to discuss it. Because if somebody gonna do something, they just gonna do it. If they're not gonna do it, they're not gonna do it. You know? But when people started throwing shots, that means that's something that's inside of somebody, whether it's directed at me or it's going to be directed at somebody else. It means somebody's working on their own behalf. And I ain't going to go far. Podcast ain't go as far as being disrespectful from what I heard. But I know he was trying to say, I don't know if he's saying I'm trying to buy him, which I'm not that kind of, man, I ain't even like that as a person. But he thought that I was trying to separate him from World Class, which I wasn't. That's not my intent. What I asked him a question, say, are you gonna distance yourself from a person like this if you holding everybody accountable? It wasn't about World Class. It was about what he was saying of holding people accountable and responsible. And I didn't even mean to like distancing him. I mean, like, are you gonna hold him accountable, or you're gonna be distant from him even if he comes to his platform? I ain't mean to like don't come to his platform, but that's a whole nother story. So ultimately, those two people, they haven't held is not gonna hold itself accountable, and there's no reason for me to associate with them. But I ain't gonna diss them. I ain't got no beef with them. I just distance myself from them. But it's always a bridge there too. You know what I'm saying? That I've developed that kind of a person, because if everybody keep moving like this, the world already garbage out here as it is. I can't move like that no more. I can't move like I went to a place where I distanced myself and isolated myself from so many people. I can't move like that no more. So I can distance myself from people, and I can build with people, even if it's 2-3 people in the tribe, and I can build with people, and that's what I want to do with this platform, is to just bring like-minded people here and build with people. You know, I ain't nobody come on here and be able to disrespect nobody, talk behind people back. And regardless of conversation, it ain't the same thing to me, because I just want to get an understanding of what's going on. We'll never talk about this again. But this is a place where people can, it's a neutral space. It's a place where you come and we trying to build. Because ultimately I want to do real estate on here, relationship building, a whole lot of different things, and showing people how to do things for free. Ain't nobody got to give me a dime, you know?
Man, I'm doing real estate right now. I was actually doing real estate before my channel went down, and a lot of people was tapping in with me because I'm literally taking my real estate license maybe in a month from now, and I'm like, I was literally doing that.
Where you stay?
I stay in East Lansing, Michigan.
Oh, you stay in Michigan?
Yes, sir. Me and Anton, we don't stay too far from each other.
So, man, Detroit. I'm trying to think about another places. The market is going crazy now because Detroit was going down. Other places they were going out, but now it's going up. A lot of people doing deals up there. We could network on that. I'm still doing stuff here, but I could find a way where I can network with you, and we probably can do something together. Down there. When you get that real estate license, how soon you think you get that real estate license?
I'm gonna have mine by the end of the year, bro. Cause like I'm halfway done with the course right now. I'm on chapter 11 out of 23. So I'm halfway done with that, and I'm about to rev it up to 2 chapters a day, so I can be done with this week. Then I can take the exam soon. You know, you got to wait for the card, et cetera, et cetera. But after that, bro, I'm gonna be good to go. I'm definitely planning on investing in tax foreclosed homes, liens, multi-family units. That's what
Right.
I'm going
What makes
for
you not just
immediately.
so the best type of properties to go after is off market properties. What makes you not go after off market properties? Do you know how to do that yet?
I haven't learned that yet.
I may do a video maybe soon on it, or I can just show you sometimes on a Zoom or something like that. But that's what I do. I go after off market properties. So whether I drive to them, whether I cold call them, whether I look them up. You ever heard of TruePeopleSearch.com?
I have, yeah.
If you drive to certain houses, man, you can pull their number up and call them. You know, I don't know if are you familiar with any scripts, anything?
No, yeah, I have a few different scripts because I was hired in through Keller Williams in
Okay.
Michigan.
Okay.
So they are the ones that's paying for my license, and then I'll work for them for the first year. You know, in order to become a licensed real estate salesperson, you got to be an associate person for a year.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be an associate there for a year. I plan on getting a FHA loan very soon, and that's gonna be one of my also like my first properties. Have my family living there for a year, and then put a tenant in there. But
Okay.
my father, bro, he been buying homes from the land bank for years now. Like the house he live in now, he bought it from the Detroit Land Bank for $1,000. He fixed it up. You can buy
So
both of those houses and fix them up.
the thing I'm switching to now too is you ever heard of the Burr strategy?
No, no, tell me about it.
So it's you buy, you renovate. Um, no, you buy, renovate. Hold on, I already forget what it was. Buy, renovate. Hold on, man. I be all these acronyms. That's what I'm doing now. And
Oh
this
yeah,
what you wanna this what you wanna focus on.
no, I'm definitely interested in learning everything I can. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, there you go. I'm just thinking about it too much. So you buy, you renovate, you put a tenant in it, well, you refinance, and then you put a tenant in it, and then you you put a tenant in it, and then you refinance, and then you buy another property. So you reinvest. You buy, renovate, repair. Hold on, man. Why I keep messing up? I used to have this down pat. Yeah, you buy, renovate, rent, and then refinance. And then you reinvest. I'm sorry. Hold
All right,
on.
I'm definitely
Oh,
gonna
that's
tap
what it is.
into that.
Buy, renovate. No, yeah, buy, renovate, then reinvest. That's what it was. I just confused myself. So you buy, you renovate the property, and then you reinvest. You refinance, then you reinvest. And that's what I'm
Nice.
doing now too. I got 3 properties down here. I got 2 houses I'm building downtown area, and then I have another house I won in the court. That's another thing I can show you too. Making agreements with people, and then if they breach the agreement, on how to pursue it. So I
That's a
got
judgment lien, right?
it was a lien. Yeah, yeah. It's called it's a judgment lien, but it's another type of lien. It's a what you call it?
Got them all.
It's called a list pendants.
Okay, okay.
It's called a list pendants. So I put a list pendants on their property. They couldn't sell it until they make it right by me. So I took them to court. I won it, but then they still not performing on it. So I got to take them back to court again to make them perform on it. But I'm also going to get my attorney fees paid off as well too. So I got their property. I got the prop, man. If I show you, hold on, let me show you. So I don't do no less than 20K on the properties that I buy and resell. That's all I do is buy and resell properties. So
Is
with
that
that
an
prop,
encumbrance?
huh?
Is that lien an encumbrance?
I don't think so. I don't think that one was no encumbrance.
Okay, okay.
Um, um, no, I don't think that was a income. Well, no. I think yes, it was because the lien and encumbrance I think is the same term in real estate. I believe that's the same thing.
And basically, they are.
Yeah. So yeah. It was a lien. It's still a lien on the property until they perform on it. So, but I got to go sue them again because they're not showing up, and then we can perform on that. But what I'm gonna try to do on here is show how to go find properties, certain apps you can use. I got somebody calling right now from the Philippines. I hire people from the Philippines. They do cold calling for me. So I could show certain things on how to get those, how to find those people, how to get certain apps, and then what to do with the title company. Once you get this agreement, you get agreement between the seller, you get agreement between the buyer, and then you take it to a title company. You get a mobile notary to do all the documents and stuff, and then they do the difference, man. You get paid. And then if you don't have your own money, I'll teach how to get how to do a double closing with transactional funding. Somebody will pay it for you, and they charge you like 1%. And you don't got to
I'm
put no
actually
money
learning
down.
that right now about how to set up deals between owners and buyers, and you basically work as the middleman.
Yep,
You know what
that's
I
what I
mean?
do. That's what I do on certain deals. And the other deals, like those property, I bought this property. I knocked it down. I'm building 2 houses on that property, and then I'm gonna build a house on another part of town. But most of the things I've been doing is just buying and stuff. Like I bought a property for 50,000 and sold it for 110 the next week right away. And that's what I'm telling you. Where you are, if you just go driving, it's called driving for dollars. You go find a property, look up the address, and just ask if they're selling. You know, I call, I go, hey, hello, is this Mr. Darrell? And they go, yeah. I go, hey, Mr. Darrell, I was in the area and I came across 123 Apple Street. Will you ever consider selling this property? And if they say yeah, then you do your 4 pillars of real estate. You want the motivation, why they selling. You ask what condition it's in. You ask when they want to close, and then you get the price. And if you get those 4, you in there, man. And if they agree to, you get them to a price that you know you can sell, and you find a buyer and they agree to it, you get them to do another agreement, take that to the title company, they'll take care of everything for you, man. You just got to know what you're saying too, just mastering what you're saying, you know. Once you
And
do
these
your
are the
first
kind of
one,
conversations that I came to YouTube to have, man. Because for me, if you ain't making no money and all of this, then you're really wasting your time. You
that's
get what
what we
I'm
should be
saying?
doing. Yeah, that's what we should be doing.
And
That's
that's
I want
part
to
of the
do that.
reason why, like, I just brought my channel back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start going live in the next 2 days, maybe next week, something like that. But if we not having conversations about, like, for me, I used to always tell men, I don't want to hear y'all talking about submission. Like I told my brother podcast, it's kind of hard for me to hear you talking about you don't got custody of your kids. But if I ask you when the last time you went to friend of court, you say you haven't, that's a problem. I need to be around men who are, and that's not a shot at him. I need to be around men who are proactive in the community, working with legislators, working with the educators, working
Right,
with mortgage brokers, right? People
right.
like Lou. You know, otherwise, this is all for nothing.
Well, that's what
You know
I
what I'm
said.
saying?
This is what I want this to be. I want this to be a place where we're building wealth together and we building families together. You know, I want people to be able to go, man, this brother helped me build, and I want to go, no, I didn't, man. I gave him some certain knowledge and he applied it. I don't never want to take no credit for what anybody's doing. I'm not that type of person. But I could say we built together, but I don't ever want to be like I did this for you or it's because of me you did this. You know what I'm saying? For anybody, even in relationships, man. I never try to take credit for the relationship. Hold on real quick, man.
No. You good. You good. I'm actually about to get out of here, man. I got to take care of some business, but I appreciate you tapping in. Let me put my number in the back because I always wanted to chop it up with you.
Oh,
Because,
of
like I
course, man.
said, I really appreciate people who don't know me, who stay in the middle of stuff because it let me know, oh yeah, Ali, he temper headed when he want to be, but for the most part he's an even fair person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I you don't even know, because you don't even know me, how much I had to deal with this with people who I haven't met, and they telling me, why are you judging, why are you doing all this, you haven't met this person, but then you judging me and you never met me either. You know what I'm saying? So like, from the bottom of my heart, bro, I genuinely appreciate that. Real
Yeah, yeah,
talk.
yeah. No problem, man. I don't want to. How can I say I'm a genuine person, man? If things going down, all of a sudden, like, yeah, Dale Long, he a bitch. How can I be like for real? How can I? And how can people do it and they don't even know you? You know what I'm saying? How can you do it and they don't even know you? So I just can't do it. I can't. Even if I knew the whole story, let's say you were the worst person, I still, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I respect Jay Prince, because are we gonna destroy you, down you, kick you while you down, or are we all trying to help and build each other? That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? And even if it happened to me, I would still want person to get help versus me just condemning them. It's just who I am as a person, man. Or there ain't no reason to live, man. If all of us are looking for a reason to throw shots at somebody and pull down somebody, what's the point? But I respect you, family. I'll probably come and do a live later on again. It just let me see. You got your link for your channel?
Not yet. I'll send it
Not
to
yet.
you on a different time. It's not really important. You
Okay.
feel me?
Okay. You don't want people to start early.
Yeah. That's not. I'm a, when I'm ready, I'll post it. You know what I'm saying?
All
I
right,
really
fam.
will. I got you.
I hope your whole situation turn out, man. I hope some way y'all find a way to at least reconcile and just be on a respectable terms, man. And I hope everybody else who's doing things would hope the same thing and just not make it so public, you know. But it is what it is with people, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, man. That's neither here or there. I came up here so we can chop it up. I definitely want to do a show with you on my show. You know what I'm saying? Because I already, like I said, I know my stuff it's gonna pop up, man. It's gonna do numbers because I'm just too known in this space now. Not to sound arrogant, but the stuff between me and Anton is talked about with everybody. It literally makes
Right.
no sense. So you know what I'm saying. I definitely, I'm gonna tap back in with you, bro. I watch everything. So you know what I'm saying. I'll be tapping in with you. I see you around. I'm about to take care of some business. I'll be on Mr. Fantastic. He live right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So shout out to Mr. Fantastic. I'll tap in with you. And I see you on Fight Club too. I know you be around.
All right, family. Be safe, man.
Hey, God bless, brother.
God bless you too, man.
Peace.
I think I forgot y'all. I'd like to appreciate. I appreciate and thank everybody who came through. If you came through or showed some love, hopefully we can build here, build some type of tribe or connection of people trying to build together, whether it's with wealth, whether it's relationships. I want to share different kind of content here, and I want to be able to really build with people, man. Have a platform where people can at least talk about things, um, invent or discuss whatever into bringing people together rather than trying to sabotage people or talk behind people back or disrespect people. So much love to y'all. Thank you for supporting, and I'll see y'all on another time. Peace out.